Oh, alright. It seems I'm there for y'all. I hope you all had fun with Drakengard 1 10-hour stream. Or like 10-hour run ending. I hope you all had fun. And I do wonder if there were some people who are there from the beginning on to the end. And do have the plan, hey, I'm going to stay here for Nier Automata. I'm going to reveal my cam because... Hi. My name is Valeria. I'm a speedrunner Nier Automata ending with all cutscenes for all of you. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it will be. I asked the Discord chat if I should make my run in a 2B cosplay, and the majority said yes. So I think I didn't have a choice at the end. Nier Automata ending, all cutscenes, alright. So we start by new game. This is not new game plus. Starting with the name, really lots of lore free. And playing on normal difficulty. Alright, for the settings, because this is like all cutscenes and stuff, in what language, in what voice language should we start this run? In English or in Japanese? Just a question for chat, if y'all wanna answer that one. Like, English is faster, but Japanese is like it's hard, it's painful, especially when 2B is self-destructing. English voice Japanese text, oh my god. German text. Oh my god. Oh my god, for real German text? Alright, this will be worse. I hope the sound and stuff will be okay. I'll say we'll just start in 3, 2, 1, gaming. For the first section, it's shmup. It's not very long, but it's kind of a meme in the community, since it's from a 1 hour 25 minute-ish run. It's only a 4-minute section, like 4 minutes and 19 section is I think the average now. And everyone just keep resetting when they have like a 423 or something, or like a 421. So it's a pretty meme. It's pretty much something of a meme. As for the whole section of prologue, I hope for myself and for everyone else in the stream that I won't skip cutscenes out of muscle memory, because that's what I had to fight for. That's what I had to fight with when I was streaming the submission for a lot of lore. I think I had like 3 attempts only on Automata with that. Because I kept skipping cutscenes and stuff.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked. Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
Yeah. So in the first shmup section, we wanna get hits, so we get rid of large recoveries and medium recoveries. Because it will grant us a faster menuing.
Requesting permission to engage. Permission granted.
Yeah, I try to explain things as best as I can do while I run by myself, but I think it won't be a problem, especially not when I can just explain during cutscenes, I guess. So yeah, that's the first part of shmup. It's very... There's pretty much... You can pretty much optimize everything you can do. Like, I have like my shmup is very bad. So it's like
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed.
I could like
Requesting
get I
permission
think
to assume mobile
6
configuration.
seconds out of it.
Permission granted.
But yeah, it's like it's just shmup, I guess. At the beginning I switched to weapon set 2, which is a thing we want to do as fast as possible, or like
4B
as fast as we just want to have weapon set 2 from the beginning on, because we are using a damage glitch.
all allied units down. The operation
It is
awaiting
you're doing
further
that by
orders.
pressing
Operator,
dash and
repeat.
heavy attack at the same time,
With Unit 9
but it's only
gathering
I
data on
think,
local terrain.
or like
Understood.
I don't know if it's possible with more weapon types, but in speedruns you use it with like one sword. It's called Virtuous Contract, in short VC. And that grants you to make, as the name says, a damage glitch. Because if you hit the enemy the first time with this glitch, it will make, we say, 150 damage. Oh my god, I suck. And this attack works... Wait, I kind... focus is nice, I guess. I'll come to the damage glitch in a bit when I have the option to show like how the sword is moving and stuff. Oh, that's the first cutscene, and I had to memorize, hey, don't skip it. So now we're moving as 2B, or as myself right now. Yeah, now we're coming to the damage glitch, or just fighting in general. A damage glitch looks like that. It is... You can see that the sword is spinning after 2B through it. And the deal with this is the first tick of it deals like about 150 damage points, I think. Almost.
Enemies destroyed.
Not quite.
It deals like 150 damage, and the other ticks are like around 50 or 30 damage. And with a damage glitch, it will make all the time 150 damage points. Which is nice because more damage is good for things like bosses and stuff. What we also use in runs is the taunt function. People don't really know that you can taunt with 2B or 9S, because that's a thing you can you only see, or I think it will get only explained to you when you equip a taunt up chip, or when you play as A2 as the first time. And most people don't equip taunt up chips in their first playthrough, I think. So people mostly don't know that you can taunt enemies by just pressing flashlight on them, by just spamming it. Yeah, here's the first skip. It's the crane skip, because you skip this crane section, or like you kind of double skip it. And yeah, what about taunts? What taunt does to an enemy is it makes them receive more damage, but it makes them also deal more damage to you. So it's like It's a pretty dangerous thing if you kind of don't know how to use it. But because we're literally gaming, we totally know how to use it, and people never die because they underestimated the power of like taunt. That never happens. Oops, alright. That was the bridge skip. We just jump over it and stuff. Prologue is like... I don't know what... Prologue is like... As I said, it's a pretty big much of a meme. Like... It's 13-ish minutes long.
I know.
Oh my god, I... kind of... let me just... process everything. I kind of have to process everything now. Wait.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our
Anyways,
target.
I don't know. Here we go for swag. Is it called the skip? Oh my god, I did a plunge glitch. Nice. Swag is basically you move through his vaults there instead of walking up any stairs and jumping down and stuff, which saves. Which saves... I don't know how much time it saves. I would say about 5 to 10 seconds.
Bet on that.
But it's like pretty easy to learn and stuff, and there are multiple versions of how you can do it. German is faster. No, text language doesn't affect anything. It's just haha German. So we
I'll just take him out.
missed. We just... oh my god, yeah, for this boss, for Marks 2, it would be a good thing if I wouldn't, like, miss the first 2 attacks. So... automatically you own... like, in the best case you hit him... 2 times? With a damage glitch when he's like moving, and then you just beat the shit out of him, but for only to the half of his health bar, and then he's down. So for this very nice guy called Engels, he is a thing. And with a thing, I mean, we can kind of manipulate him depending on his attacks, because he's making multiple attacks while he's just attacking you. So right now we got something we call minigame. Now we got the rockets, and what we want him to do is making punches. That's what's punches. So and how are we manipulating that? As you can see, I'm charging my pod program, but I'm only charging it. That makes time around me will slow down, and with that, like, alright, so time around me will slow down, but the like you can hear to the music as a good key for it. 9S will show up after a certain amount of time, and if we bring punches into this cutscene, it is very likely that he won't punch us after this cutscene. It's still possible that he will punch us after this cutscene,
I'm going to destroy.
but it's not like we lowered the chance of him punching us.
Alert. Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
And why we don't want punches is, it is, compared to the other attacks, it loses you 20 seconds automatically. So after 9S showed up, we only wanna threshold him, so if he would give us punches there, we don't want to slow-mo, because that would be just unnecessary time loss. And then we want to threshold him with Pod Fire and just wait until the next phase. We also went on the pipe. It's basically just we're safe. So it's not because we will save some time of it. I could also like stand there on this where he's just punching us all the time. But it's just, we're safe here, we can move around, mess around and stuff. Why we kill the communist ideologists in form of robots? I can't answer you on that one.
Boost! 9S!
Fun fact about 9S. No one cares. A ending speedrun is basically
9S!
we want him dead.
No response to community.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, here we are performing a double lift. Or a delayed double lift. It is... When to be is just lifting into the air. We can... Alright, so when to be is making a lift, like she's kind of jumping up.
I have to help 9S.
She's still with like a few frames,
I have to repair
like I think 3 frames or something. She's still on the slope,
dodging gel and logic virus
which
vaccines. Then
is
that's
basically she was still ground. She was in the air, but still had a grounding point.
do what I say.
With that one, we can make a second lift while we're in the air, even though it's a ground attack, and it will grant us very much height and stuff.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
HO229 flight.
So yeah, for this upcoming section now, it is we can also manipulate angles there. It's a thing I barely get. I barely get in a good way though, sadly. I wish, but I just don't have the I don't have the motivation to learn it or something. So yes, we are abandoning 9S finally, after he's talking to us again. And as I said, for this section we just wanna shoot and heavy attack him, make him a little bit of damage. This is pretty much an auto-scroller part. So, or actually I don't know if it's like if it would affect something if I wouldn't make him damage, but we need to have him on like a slow, like low HP, because at the end we have to hit him to
I
death.
didn't know the machines had that kind of intelligence.
I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in to provide support.
And on this next phone call, so here we could manipulate him, but he's making different attacks, where I mostly don't know, hey, should I manipulate or not? Now I messed it up as an example. So normally you would like make it like that. You would open your shortcut menu all the time, because the sound is this. When you open your shortcut menu, your sound is keep going on for like half a second, but the video will just stop immediately. So we can just manipulate it a little bit by having the sound going on and the video not, because he's making his last attack. He's making his last attack by when 9S is like finished his last sentence. Well, now Angles is dead. We have the last cutscene out of Prologue, and with the last hit of Angles, Prologue is basically done.
You just die already.
And I feel awful with German text. it's like so formal and bad. Yeah, I don't know.
Talk about bringing the battle to them.
A2B, I mean Valeria. No, that's fine. So for this stream it could be also like 2B or stuff.
It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
I think it's good that someone is willing to cosplay, to make a cosplay run after like a 10-hour Drakengard 1 E ending, all cutscenes run. I've read earlier someone were writing like, your Drakengard run gave me PTSD, and I just answered with that's what Drakengard is all about, so I think I was right.
This is going to end well. The black box. It's ready.
Right.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
Doobie, it was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
Well, there was pretty awesome or cringy cosplay in Automata run. Depends how you look at it. Yeah, I guess. Wait. Never mind. It's both awesome and not. Let's go. So for this section we killed ourselves
Nothing for
and we woke up in the bunker.
Glory to mankind.
glory.
After that we are on the surface from the earth and stuff. I mean, we were also on Prologue, but like after bunker we can move through the entire world and fulfill our objectives. For this one we don't want to save, and we don't want to connect to the network, because network connection is, first thing, it's not allowed in speedruns, or like in A ending speedruns. It's only allowed in E ending speedruns right at the end when you have this credit shmup section.
When the world was invaded by aliens from beyond the stars, the aliens unleashed a new breed of weapon, machine life forms, that all but annihilated human civilization. The handful of survivors that remain fled from Earth, seeking refuge on the moon.
So yeah.
5204 AD.
It's kind of weird to look at all these cutscenes after
Humanity
like,
launched its counterattack.
I don't know how long I've been running this game now.
From a network of orbiting bases.
Last year of June.
But after more than a dozen large-scale descents upon the enemy, we still haven't managed to repel
What bothered
the
me
invaders.
is that guys had to bear the whole 2 hours run in that
That is why
outfit.
you, the Yorha forces,
To be honest, I could walk around
break
the entire day like
stalemate
2B.
once and for
I mean,
all.
why not?
You are our ultimate weapon, and you must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Alright, now we have to make some menuing through our settings, where 9S is telling us things like, hey, I'm annoying as shit. Also, make your settings as for voice settings and music settings and stuff. And self-destruct, which is like one of the most important things, since we need self-destruct for one thing, we need self-destruct for damaging, for making a lot of damage, and for animation cancelling. Like we can even cancel fall damage with that.
Though. Huh?
There-
Oh, wait.
Oh my god.
You need to be near an access point to save your data.
Yeah,
You
there
can
I
see
would have.
access points on the close range map.
There
Be
I
sure
would
to save
have
often.
done an like one self-destruct to cancel my sprints. Like that. So I don't have like kind of a slide animation before I start talking.
Surface? That means we'll be getting flight
We
units. Better
also
head for the hangar.
we're also on our new
Usually we
movement
can't
now,
get near flight
which is
units.
called dash
Way too
punching.
expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce
So it's
these
basically
things yet.
just you dash and then you punch, and then you dash and you punch. It's like you just do the same thing all over and over. Yeah, all in all we have 4 movement strats in this game,
A2B.
and we'll use
Why do you
all
think they
4
serve
of
a
them. In
combat
Prologue we
model
use
like you
dash
or
chaining,
Recon
which is you
Jump?
just dash
All they want is
and
intel.
dash and
Standard models
dash
are built
before
for
the
that
next
kind of
before
thing.
Orders are orders.
before it's ending. Before your dash is ending, you just go on into your next dash. Then we just moved on dash punching.
2B, you're going to have some new weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Roger.
Oh, what I didn't mention now is I am my pod fire is blue, as some people have noticed already. It's a mod we're allowed to use. It's called Blue Mod. It's a colorblind mod. It is changing yellow.
2B, commit.
I think it was
set a landing
yellow,
point for your
like
flight unit.
yellow pod fire
Location's
and
now
like
quite a ways from the resistance camp,
was
unfortunately.
laser also I
Sorry
think.
for the trouble, but we can't risk the
Like
enemy
pod fire,
discovering our
lasers,
position.
and
Understood.
taunting and stuff.
Good luck down there.
Instead of yellow, it turned to blue. As for the items you found as drops on the ground, it's just changed to blue. Oh, Nita came early to the run. Congrats, welcome to the run. I am 2B. I am running for you. So now we're in Ruined City, moving to the Resistance
Target
camp.
location acquired. Marking on map. Proposal. Proceed to target location.
According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird.
And as for the next thing we gotta do, it's fetch questing. So it's just... hey, I need this, go there. And then we have to talk to another person who's saying, hey, I need this, and go there. Yeah, we sadly have to do it.
Camp, huh? We should probably go talk to their leader
Alright, for
first thing.
the first guy it's not sadly. For the first guy it is so we can upgrade our sword on level 2. And we want to have our sword on level 2 because
Target location data.
more damage
Marking on map.
and faster movement. Which is both I think we want to have. Also, I'm the only person who's running this game without a like RNG mods. We have a RNG mod for this game, which gives you like which makes you get rid of the biggest RNG factors in that game. And I'm like the only person who's saying, hey, I want to lose a lot of time because I'm not using RNG mods.
Not really.
I'm talking about taunt up chips and our sword, upgrading our sword on level 3.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants too.
Report. Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such too.
Which one is... So that's... oh. That was the fetch questing for both of them.
Okay, that's everything the supply trader asked for. Man, these chores are a real
I want
pain
whole
in the
Nier
butt,
shmup.
huh?
I want whole Nier
The
shmup so
Resistance
bad.
is a
They're-
valuable ally
No.
to your help. By helping them, we also help ourselves.
Nier
So
Automata
no,
becoming a
I
full
don't think they're a
being a
thing.
full shmup
Yeah,
game, I
yeah.
would not. That would actually sound like a meme category from the community, just like, I don't know, shmup %. Where you just have to do every shmup part as fast as possible or something. So with this quest we upgraded our sword on level 2. And now we move to our next movement strat called dash swinging. It's basically the same as dash punching. Just we're,
Pod 042 to
as you can see, we're not punching anymore, we're swinging our sword and TV's going spinny.
Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
And it's slightly faster than dash punching. And we will use that until we get to the amusement park. Or like, we will use the... yeah. Until the amusement park. Now we are moving to the desert section. Making our buys, so we wanna buy like 20 medium recoveries, 1 small recovery, and some... I gotta translate those things for myself in my head right now. Wait, we wanna buy a sachet?
Map data, huh? It's hard
A...
to get an accurate picture
how's it
from this.
called?
Our satellite resolution
A
isn't
thing
so
that the
high.
animals won't run away.
Deploy some new
Animal
satellites
bait?
soon.
We wanna get a sachet, animal bait, the resilience chip,
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
some melee and ranged buffs, And medium recoveries and a small recovery. We need that small recovery for later.
Who opens a sealed gate with explosives? There's gotta be an easier way, right?
For after the amusement park. For this section, you normally have to talk to Jackass. Then she will open the gate by blowing it up. But we can just clip out and get the trigger after that.
This sand sure is slippery.
So we don't have to talk to Jackass and wait a whole section. Yeah, also we're getting a new pod. It's the pod C. So it's a rocket pod. We don't use the rocket pod mainly because
Careful.
it's making slow ass attacks. And they only work when you're like really far on range. But you'll get a double laser of it when you need it. So by just charging it, and then there will a second laser show up. Which you need for the end fight, if I remember correctly. Also we killed those flyers. Like those flying idiots with one laser. Those are the guys who are giving us taunt chips. I don't know, I forgot what the chance was to get some taunt chips. But the best taunt chips we can get is a taunter +2.
What's that?
Analysis.
It's basically it's the thing I explained back in prologue. It is rising our attack, but also the attacks from the enemy. So if you have taunt 2, which is dangerous, you just kinda have to learn how to deal with it, since you can die very fast. We skip the whole like desert section and move instantly on to the pit, where we encounter a boss called Adam. But first we gotta do some... We are changing to our next fighting technique is called a double damage glitch. So basically, we switch through our weapon set 1 and 2, and that will make... And that's just making... Like you can easily switch your weapon set mid-fight, and the sword from your burst... From your other weapons... So you basically have 2 swords at the same time spinning. I don't know if you can see it there. But I switched my weapon set, and both swords are still spinning. And that's a double damage glitch. You can combine it with slow-mo, which makes it harder for enemies to hit you, but not impossible. It just makes it harder, so it's a good thing for you. Does playing in German give any advantage, or is it just preference? It's not giving any advantage, and it's not even preference. I just did it because chat wanted me to. Alright. What I wanted to do there is, basically, I wanted to self-destruct, which didn't happen, sadly. Because you just kill everyone around you, or like mostly everyone around you. You will get items from it, XP, and, you know, why wouldn't you want that? Also, that's the place where you get the materials for
What's happening?
upgrading the sword on level 3. Or that's where you mainly get them from. Now we are encountering Adam, who is very nice and not completely pain to fight against. Also known as Naked Man.
Android? No. This is a machine.
I forgot to buff.
Androids, why? Fight. Sword.
Oh, never mind, I didn't got it.
Deflect.
I think he's evolving. We better fit it.
Adam is basically just, he's like, when you want to hit him sometimes, he's very slippery sometimes. So even though you're hitting him all the time, he's just not getting any damage. Like, right now, just get no damage. Then you just have to, like, move for a little bit. Or like, you kinda have to move back and just attack him again, because the sword is, like, directly in front of him. And not inside or behind him or wherever.
Really a machine?
So yeah, after this cutscene we're moving on from the desert to the amusement park. That's where our movement strat will also change again, but also for a last time. Called spear dashing. I will get to that when we have the spear and using that technique. What I forgot to mention was, before we entered desert, I grabbed a safe spot. We need that for save scum, which means we are saving in a savable area. So we are faster, like at that point where we want to be.
We better report this to command. Let's move to an area with better reception so we can contact.
Oh no, that's Naked Android, it's too strong. Yeah, that's basically it. So we wanna move between this box and stone. Just like that. So we're out of bounds. Because if we would use like the normal path, 9S would like... He would just talk like, hey commander, we found a machine, it looked like an android, what should we do and something, we have combat data. By going out of bounds and saving and stuff, he won't say that, because if you're in dialogue, you can't say, you couldn't do something like a save scum.
Maybe we should.
No.
So now we're moving to the amusement park.
Data upload complete.
Roger.
I also have an incoming message from the commander. Initiating playback. 2B, 9S.
It's basically also just movement
Several Yorha units that were on
to the
way
amusement
the
park,
surface.
and we get to
Their
a
black boxes
skip
are
called
online,
Coaster
so we
Skip.
presume they're still alive. We've tracked the location of their signals, so I need all Yorha units on the surface to head over and investigate.
Movement.
End transmission.
Also, I'm kind of rusty at that game, so I'm not running it. It that actively, or like not anymore.
Maybe we can get through from underground.
We move over that barricade. and see how the entire day cycle is changing. Go into the sewers to get a trigger for the amusement park. And now I'm doing kind of a sin. Because we will... Oh. I got nervous, so I did it unnecessarily with more height. We skipped that cutscene by just jumping over it. That is a sin for this marathon, but it's routing. So they're just copying bodies in that refrigerators? Yeah. That's what I will also do. Yeah, that's... Now we are on coaster skip. You can see it there. We want to move off... We want to jump off the rails to get a trigger and move back on the rails to get like another trigger. The coaster is approaching us, we want to jump off of it, and I almost messed it up. And people who don't run that game are like, or like most of them are like, most of them were asking me, hey, how much time does coaster saves? Coaster, coaster skip itself doesn't save any time, since it's just an auto-scroller sections.
Humans sure are strange creatures.
It's just an auto-scroller section. But while coaster is ongoing, you will move to a new weapon, which is the spear, which will grant us a faster movement. So by doing coaster, you don't save time with coaster, but you save like time because you're doing coaster. And I messed it up. I think that's not... No. That's sad. Normally I would have a spear now, but we'll just get it after that.
Alert. Multiple resistant.
Because I fell down out of a reason. Because of the reason I'm bad. That's the next boss we have to do. At the first phase we wanna threshold her. To... I think like... we wanna have her like... on 60% HP, I think it was.
What the hell?
Our records don't say anything about a machine like this.
And I messed the threshold up, because automatically you don't want her to move into the middle. It's just depending how fast you hit her and stuff. So now there's a hacking section. Can we just hack this?
It's trying to hack us. If we take hacking damage, it'll affect our bodies as well. To be.
Beautiful, beautiful. I must be beautiful.
Those look like corpses.
Alright, that's the like kind of the last phase. That's like we only have those mannequins
Are we seriously being attacked
who
with
can
androids?
also hack you. So if you're not careful, you will lose automatic. If they hack you, you will lose like 10 seconds at least there. And it's not like you can only get hacked once, you can get hacked like multiple times. For our luck, we did not get hacked. And that's the last phase we have there. Normally we would equip the spear here, but remember it, I don't have the spear, sadly.
Alert. Saturation attack triggered by...
Why I self-destruct right at the end? It is because for the next skip, or like for the next big skip we want to do, we need to kill ourselves to death warp. So we'll just take a small recovery on us, so we're not one hit, and we can SD. So self-destruct is SD, if I haven't explained it yet.
We have to save those androids.
Can I?
I'm sorry. So,
What is
Alright,
the
alright.
machine had some pretty weird things to say
Normally you
about
could
it.
clip behind
It's
that door
almost
to
like it had
avoid this
actual
dialogue.
The machines don't have
I
feelings.
picked up a
You
drop
said
in
yourself.
that room.
Yeah,
There are 4 different things it could be. One thing is it can be a ranged up chip, which means your hot fire makes more damage. You can get a weapon up chip, or you can just get defense chips. What I'm doing now is getting the spear, so we still have faster movement and stuff. And we can also change 9S's combat style on ranged, which is good for the end boss. So now we just want to clip out of this area and equip the spear on both slots. And there we have our new movement technique, which is called spear dashing. How this works is, I said earlier we need self-destruct for animation cancelling, and if 2B didn't finish one of her animations, she will try to execute it over and over again. And because we're cancelling this attack all the time, she's trying to do it again and again and again. And that's how you
What's all there?
that's how you spear dash. It's pretty much still set as a advanced technique,
So why don't the machines or the aliens
but I
who
think
created them
now
attack
it is a
Bunker
very
directly?
common
They
thing.
originally came here from outer space, right?
Like, I
Well,
think,
there are a few theories about that,
like,
but no one knows for sure. Hard to
I think
tell
even
what
new
the
runners
aliens
are, like, instantly trying to run spear dashing. If I remember correctly, I don't know when I noticed when a new runner joined, but they were, like, trying it with spear dashing instantly. So I don't think it's that much of... It's hard to optimize it, because spear dashing is depending on
They all have white flags.
Looks like they
how
really don't wanna
fast you
fight.
press SD. In the best case, you want to press SD for like 1 frame. So the SD window won't even pop up. It's like this red, this one. But like 1 frame SDR, it's hard. You need like, I don't know, a trigger finger or something for that. I saved at that spot because now we are...
We can get into the city ruins if we move that box.
Oh. Now we are moving to the rest camp, to the resistance camp. with an animal, and all of those animals are not nice to me right now.
2B here. What's wrong?
Oh. There's this operator I kind of liked, but when I asked her
We want to move with that animal because it's faster. And it can kill us instantly by shooting at it.
I am definitely
And
not
that's
the
what we want
person
for a
to
death
discuss
warp.
this with.
Because we want to talk to the resistance camp leader.
Would be bad for
We
me.
wanted to talk to
It
the
would affect
resistance
mission
camp leader.
efficiency.
And she's giving us an item we need to hand over to Pascal, the machine we just faced in the machine village.
All Model B combat units require the assistance of an operator. So,
2B.
And then we can instantly move on to the next objective. There we got our viscous oil or something. I don't know how the name of it was. So this moves what is killing us. And that's good because there is a chance of them also just running away in fear instead of hitting you. Here we just dialogue cancel. Oh, we can just dialogue cancel by hitting another friendly machine.
What's that noise?
Stop. Do not kill.
A Goliath? This was a trap. I knew it.
That dialogue cancel was by the way
We were
not
aware of this
necessary.
information. I realize the odds of you believing me are strikingly low, but I hope you will nonetheless.
we'll sort it out later. Let
2B. Command is deployed.
Well, now we're
flight
moving
units
to
for us.
Engels.
They just sent the coordinates, so let's get
The
going.
guy we fought in Prologue. Just with the difference there are two of them now in the city. And the first one we just skip him.
Probably shouldn't get near that guy's feet. Yeah, no. Let's find another route.
Oh, my movement is kinda...
The flight units should be on the roof of that building up ahead. It'll be dangerous, but we're not.
This is
going
kind of
anywhere
relaxing
unless
to
we
watch,
catch
not
that
gonna
thing on
lie.
its legs.
Thanks,
We
I'm
should be
glad to
careful.
hear it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, we wanna just hop on 14 times on that ladder. Then jump on that
Be careful.
level from the house or something.
Anti-air weapons. Make
And
sure
we can
to
just
blow out
we can just jump through a hole in the wall there. And with that one we skip this boss. There's also an alternative to skip this boss by just jumping over this invisible wall. After the wall is just after the hole is not there anymore because it got destroyed. And for the second angles we just double rockets him or something. Just putting both of our pod programs on him.
target enemies.
That's also what the pod C is
That should
for,
do it for the
because we have our second laser thing.
It's recharging.
For when we are in a flight unit, it's just missiles. But with pod C we have like 2 missile attacks.
Enemy vibrations were growing in intensity. It's resonating in tandem with the area beneath the combat zone.
Unbelievable. The aliens who haven't revealed themselves in hundreds of years were hiding underground?
So now we're coming to EDS skip. No, to EDS. We're not skipping the skip again like at the beginning. Now we're coming to EDS. It is basically you skip an entire fight again, but in a we just take a side quest with us. And for this skip we need to control the game with both controller and keyboard at the same time.
But it seems to be underground. Like way underground.
So first we want to cancel the dialogue.
You're not much for plans, are you, 2B?
Oh, there's an enemy in front of me. I don't know how, but I didn't saw him. And we want to move to the amusement park again, because that's the guy where we want the side quest from. Automata, in the best case, you would jump over that wall. There's the guy who is like essential for EDS. He's just a side quest giver. And now I'm controlling both with my keyboard and controller. So we wanna step through this part. Now we don't need a keyboard anymore actually. And jump down there. Because that's the place where our next main objective is. It is basically we are encountering Adam the second time plus Eve. So for this cutscene you don't skip it anyways. You don't skip this cutscene anyways. Because if I would press on pause now, I would like skip the text box we see there. And the text box is essential for
to the graveyard of our creators.
This text is essential for skipping the entire fight, because the fight is not, hey, just kill them. The fight is also just an auto-scroller. And it would end... And this fight would end if there is an...
Time grows short.
This fight would end when they're over with their dialogue. And because we have the text box, the dialogue will end instantly.
As for your beloved humans, I guess we'll see.
So you save with that, like 1.5 minutes I think it was.
They're gone.
Yeah, so now we are grabbing our last materials for VC3, Virtuous Contact 3, our sword. We want to upgrade it. In the best case, we want to grab those titanium alloys. And now we basically just have to hope if we got good materials for it. And that is depending on how many machines we've killed in the desert pits when we encountered the first Adam. So if you killed like 100 machines, it's more likely that you will get more materials for upgrading your sword. Well, if it would be more. Wait. The more machines you kill, the higher is the chance you can upgrade your sword. That's basically what I'm saying. So here we're going to dialogue cancel again.
Why don't we rest a little bit, 2B? It's been a while.
I'll rest if I feel like it.
And transport to Pascal's village. And then we are moving on to the forest zone. So what, before we move to the forest zone, what we want to do here is we want to sell everything unnecessary. So small recoveries and like our unnecessary chips, like how much damage we deal to machines and stuff, because we don't need this. We wanna stock on buffs like defense and offensive buffs. We wanna check if we have, no, we can't upgrade our sword on level 3. And I saw that we don't have any, no, we don't have any damage chips. We have literally nothing. So we basically got the worst thing a human being could ever get. We're jumping over that place because that's mom skip. There would be a side quest you trigger automatically. It's just a machine kid running away from it from its mom, and you can just jump over it and save about 20 seconds or 15 seconds by it.
Your aren't allowed to be emotional, remember?
I think some of us are... This must be the commercial structure Pascal was talking about. The records say it was once a facility known as a shopping center.
No.
So here we're going to dialogue cancel again. It's like a pretty common thing.
Who the heck is the Forest King?
You're getting distracted.
Check this guy. He's just running away.
Alright.
It's going to explode.
Now it's best boy time, but only for this part. It's Emil. For people who don't know Emil, look forward to catch the Nier replicant run.
Hey there, guys. What's up?
We will have on really lots of lore 3
Let's kill it.
Wait,
by Olsen. It's him. Yeah, it's actually Emil.
Okay, what was that?
So be sure to catch the Nier replicant run.
Looks like the forest
I
is just ahead.
sadly forgot on what date it was. So yeah, I think that is like half of the run now, I would say. I don't know actually. Now we're moving to A2, also known as Best Girl,
I'm aware of how to fight.
but I
Just be careful.
will highly disagree with that. A2 is not the best girl. Now I offended like 90% of the Nier Automata speedrun community. I am sorry, but it's just true.
How are we supposed to reach that castle?
Upcoming skip now is called Rainbow Road. Because normally you just walk... Oh. You would walk around some bridges and stuff and you trigger a cutscene, or like... Not a cutscene, but you can't move for a few seconds. So you just avoid that by jumping over an entire ravine. And what you also avoid is going into that castle, because we will just clip out and move up so we can encounter A2. You wanna be best girl. We wanna kill these guys on this transporter, since we need it after A2. And I messed it up. You can pod launch. You can pod launch to that baby machine to get the cutscene earlier. So yeah, that's A2. This fight will be a pain without not any damage chips or a upgraded sword.
That's an android.
For her, there are not really some rules you have to follow. You just want to kill her or just threshold her until she's running away.
Let's go, 9S.
2B?
Bunker to 2B and 9S. We've picked up a signal from the black box of a fugitive known as A2. What you see in front of you is your enemy.
But
She deserted us. She's destroyed multiple
Now we
Presidium.
thresholded her.
Now kill her before she kills you.
It was actually a pretty good fight, considering I have nothing, which is adding something to my damage.
Command is the one that betrayed you.
So yeah, she's killing herself by just jumping down. 9 is saying let's go after her. We will not do that. We will just run back, grab the transporter, and move to Pascal's village. And the next section is called Grün. What do I say about him? Imagine you have basically a boss which is the length of prologue, so about like 14 to 15 minutes.
It'll be faster.
I just was so scared I killed anyone there.
Let's station.
Yeah, imagine a boss who has the same length as prologue from its time. So like 14 to 15 minutes, which is only an auto-scroller. And you can't like gain time or something. You most likely lose time there. So you watch basically for 15 minutes. Hey, I just lost 20 seconds.
Why did you ask Pascal about A2?
Huh?
It's not recommended.
And
to
there's
interface with
not
machines
really
without
something
consulting command.
on strats on like speed strats since it's only in a flight unit. Oh, I want to clip out. Thanks. Alright. We need to hit that trigger for the flooded city. And then we are moving. We just want to void out. And hit the trigger to the shore so we instantly spawn there. I would like to. Thanks.
Let's take him out already so I can be home in time for dinner and a bath.
Androids don't need to bathe. As
So
long
we
as
just
you
make
perform
shore
regular
fight.
cleaning and maintenance, bathing is unnecessary.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
after show fight's done,
I think that's the last of the machines.
we can move a little bit backwards to skip another dialogue from the commander.
Total slave driver.
If she didn't order others around, what kind of leader would she be?
We skip the entire dialogue from the commander. We can step into a flight unit, and the last shmup section of A ending begins. So yeah, because there's like nothing where you can like there's like nothing where you skip something. It's basically just you memorize in this first part of you memorize in this first part of shmup section where the enemies are coming from and stuff. So if there is something y'all wanna know, or if there is something I didn't explain properly, just let me know and I will redo my explanations and stuff. Because now it's literally like 15 minutes of, hey, the next enemy's wave is coming.
Attention, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. Requesting support from any
Before we
friendly
fight
units in range.
Grun though, we are fighting a Goliath flyer. It's just a big flying thing. And that's also something where Pod C is a very good ally for us.
Picking up a large-scale enemy inbound. Looks to be 2.8 clicks
Grnu.
southwest of us.
That's Grnu indeed. Yeah, it's pretty much a big meme also. Like, alright, if I to say it, this entire game is a meme. But yeah, as I said, this one is
Enemy aerial unit
that
destroyed.
guy,
Reverting back to
or
area
that's like the last guy before Grun's showing up. Grun will show up now in this upcoming cutscene. And Ninus definitely doesn't know how oceans work. That's Grun. Grun. Gurn. Grun. And I hate this boss. I literally hate this. Because it's like so boring and nothing is happening. Other runners though would like, there are other runners who would say something like, it's nice we have this boss because you can give your fingers a break because you don't have to do that much things and stuff. So it's fine that we got Gurn.
It's blocking close-range attacks with EMP blasts. We've got to find another way to damage it.
2B, Command is attempting to launch a satellite laser strike on your target, but the enemy's electromagnetic camouflage is making it impossible to aim. We need you to find the emitter and take it out.
Oh, is that all?
I
generator quickly.
I'm thinking if there was something I didn't explain at all, or if I didn't explain something properly. Because I think there is something, but I'm not sure. Since this runs is going too fast for things I can't explain that fast, or like I can't explain things that fast while running by myself. But it's possible, as you can hopefully see.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
Affirmative.
So for this is like the only thing we have kind of strats for. Or like, not kind of, we have strats for this thing. For this core, we call it's basically just cores. And I messed it up completely. You wanna hit those 5 times and then just move away, but still shooting at it, so you give it the rest.
Electromagnetic interference eliminated.
In my case, I did it wrong, but that's how you would that's how you would do it in the right way.
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
Having trouble over there?
Are you Yorha?
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ. I'm the commanding officer.
Alright, now we can rest
Don't worry, we'll take it
for a little bit.
2B, let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
We've got mortars lining the shoreline here. All the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
So for this mortar section, we want to shoot him once instantly. So to be saying like, armor's too thick, we need more firepower. And then we just gotta wait for him to open his mouth, to shoot inside of his mouth.
Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
And we want to shoot it 3 times, and it's possible to shoot it like instantly after you shot the other one. And now he is rising. Scrap of metal is rising. Could say the Metal Gear is rising. I'm sorry for that one. I just had to.
We gotta bail, 2B. This is bad.
And look at who's here to help us. It's Pascal. And he turned into a helicopter.
That enormous machine is an ancient weapon. It was designed to help annihilate the android, but it wound up going out of control. I was part of the machine's network when it happened, so I remember it. The moment it reached land, it went berserk and began attacking everything in sight. No one could figure out how to stop it. We eventually
idea. You keep that thing right where it is, okay?
What?
Please, 2B. This is gonna work.
Alright. Ninus is abandoning us to literally kill himself.
Proposal. Nine should be reported to command as a deserter.
No! He has a
No, that's not. He's just abandoning for our own good, so we can rest for a few minutes.
2B, I'm going to see if we can use those missiles back on the shore. But I need you to destroy the EMP unit on that thing's back. Otherwise, they're just going to go off course.
On.
Oh my god. Oh, there's not another wave spawning. I thought. Oh, the strats here are like... There, now I did it right. You wanna hit it 5 times. Move to the next one, and you kill this entire thing in like 30 seconds. And sometimes he's trolling you by just turning his small course into a direction where you can't hit it. But that's sometimes only. And y'all know, it's basically impossible to get trolled when you're making a run, especially on PB pace, right? It's impossible to like get trolled by something in a game then. Alright, and there's the next and last core we have to kill. So now we killed every core, and with that one, Drone is also dead. So after this section, we are on the ground again, so we can move and fight properly as we want to all the time, without a 15 minutes auto-scroller boss. Even though we're moving to the next boss instantly, and I think you've never heard a name as often as in this run, but it's Adam again. But also the last time we encounter Adam. Alright, we just move over the water to like hit a trigger-ish thing to spawn on a different location. And stuff. Oh. You're doing great, Valeria. Thanks, nice to hear. I am still rusty and I wanted to practice this a little bit, or like a lot, but I don't have motivation for practicing things. I end up just messing around anyway, so I don't even try it anymore. This is one of the most precise clip outs it was, I think. And I don't get it right now. Wait, let me... Here we go. It actually just saves time when you do it first time, because otherwise you could just grab a transporter and go to that place, which is the nearest. So yeah, but this I don't know how much time this saves, but this is you normally get it first try. This is Corpiate City, but I refer to saying Apple headquarters because it just looks like an Apple store. And what I also call Adam, like, because that's where we encounter Adam the last time. And I just refer to him as Appleman. Because just look at him, he's looking like an employed person for an Apple store.
Welcome.
Prove me wrong.
To my beloved city.
Yeah, so for this part, we can skip the first phase by just
have a keen interest in humanity.
Clipping out and let me clip out.
Religion.
Thanks. We just clip out, let him mansplain his stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. And go back to the elevator.
Out of a desire to understand, to know humans. It's grand, don't you think? Almost spiritual. And yet it's currently nothing.
So, and when he's starting when he at some point from his dialogue he's saying something, and then we want to enter and instantly leave the elevator. Which is now. When he's saying only then did I realize the truth, we want to enter that dialogue. We want to enter that dialogue because then we are like the part to start talking. We skip the rest of his dialogue.
Thus I decided.
And the first phase is done. Why we want to leave that elevator instantly? You got soft locked if you're inside of it. And we don't want that, which is understandable. Adam and Eve know all about apples. That's true.
Severed my connection to the network. Now.
And now we want to threshold him until there is dialogue again.
I don't have time for you.
Like right now.
I need to find 9S.
Ah, 9S.
Now we don't want to hit him, we just want to shoot at him. So the next phase is starting. If he would like kill him in this section, he would just start teleporting around and stuff. So, and we need to hit him after everyone is done with talking to trigger this cutscene. So yeah.
9S!
9S got Jesus Christed.
I prepared this just for you. I mean, after all, we all need something to fight for, don't we?
You son of a... I'll kill you!
Yes! That's it. That's the feeling. Pure hate.
And now we're mad. Which means we can finally kill Adam. We can kill the Apple employee.
Is this death?
I quite never understood why the characters are bleeding, because they're like all robots and stuff, or like androids or machines and stuff. And the only explanation I found was they have like a liquid, some kind of liquid in their bodies which is red, and that's just the explanation.
Come on. Let's go home.
They run on oil and red food. Die. Yeah. Imagine. They run on tomato sauce, or just like tomato juice.
Damn.
Alright, here we are doing a dialogue cancel again. And we are moving to the factory, also known as the prologue area.
Something tells me this is going to involve a lot of
Also known as Monka S, because Monka S for doing it when you're on PB base for me, but now Monka S for explaining it while doing it. First of all, we moved there. Because it's when I saw that the first time, I was like, why does it work? And when I had to commentate my first Automata run, I actually like, I had to ask how this is working. And
you don't say.
Indeed. Apparently it's located in the abandoned factory.
now I can just...
I can give you the coordinates if you'd like.
Please.
Now I can explain it. I hope that's what I was... Oh, I hope that was what I wanted to say, because I'm not quite sure.
The machines who seek to form an alliance with my village are heading out here. Still, you should probably be careful. We machines can be rather unpredictable.
Even you?
In truth, yes. Now that we're cut off from the network, we no longer share data with each other. We can speak, of course, but I find that language contains many ways to hide one's true intentions.
It certainly does.
Oh damn. Alright, here we're just waiting. The self-destruct isn't necessary, by the way. It's just you do it because you have nothing to do. You could like also clip out there, go up and grab some experience points. So here we're going to keep this text box open from Pascal. So there won't be a dialogue playing. And now we are becoming gods. Or more like, we don't want to become gods.
I'm here
wondrous grace has become a god. Become a god. His wondrous grace has become a god. Become a god.
I like that when you would have like voices, like voice volume on 0, like that you won't hear voices and just music completely full. It would look like they were just vibing. I like that thought of them just making a party. Alright, now the weird ass part's beginning. Yeah, so you want normally there you instantly start killing those people, and after you killed a certain amount of machines, this elevator will get open, or like it will be accessible. Now I didn't kill anyone. I just clipped out, voided out, and it opened. So how this works is you basically just want him to despawn. You just want him to despawn because it doesn't matter how they despawn, and if you void out, they just despawn all at once. So they have to spawn for like a second time. And that's how the elevator, like the first elevator is opening. The second one, like right this what I just entered, if you would move away from that elevator, it would close itself. It would close itself and you wouldn't be able to access it anymore.
The door's open.
So you void out to like reset it to that state where the elevator door is closed, but it's still accessible. And that's how we moved back to the area. Then we jumped down and spawned up again. And jump to the last boss section. Or like, not really last boss section, but... What? Ooh... Rumors would say I'm soft-locked, but I do not listen to rumors, and I say this is safeable. It is safeable. I almost soft-locked. I will not try that again. We will just step into this elevator. Where is Pascal? What? Alright, he spawned. Monka ass. That doesn't save, like, any much time. It's just, you would save, like... You save, like, 5 seconds by doing it. So yes. It was rather unnecessary. Right now. So here we're just waiting until his shield is disappearing. You can also just listen to the audio as a key to when you should start attacking. Because like when the I just call it drop. When a drop is coming, his shield will disappear and you can just kill him.
the electrical grid.
Enemy shield deactivated.
And we are dealing like nothing on damage. Alright. Then we killed him. And we can move out of the factory. If you remember, this is the part where we were in prologue. Just with the difference, everyone is literally killing themselves now because they want to become as gods. But we don't want to. So we escaped a factory right now.
Why did you have to die? It's not fair. My only brother.
So and here's Eve, he is mad, his brother is dead. And if you paid attention to Drakengard run before me, you see on his chest there is the symbol of the Watchers. It's a nice fun fact. Or, I actually don't know if it was the Watchers, but I know it was from Drakengard 1. It's just a nice thing to know, I guess.
No thanks. I'm heading back to the Resistance camp. What about you?
Oh, I'll probably wander back to the village. I have plenty on my plate there.
I see.
This is the Resistance camp.
Say again? I'm not receiving.
Scanning for interference.
The machine requesting it. Backup.
Oh, my nose is itching because of my wig.
Let's move. Why are their numbers increasing like this?
Cause unknown.
Try contacting the bunker via laser relay system.
Affirmative.
Oh my god. Alright, this is pretty much the end of the run already. So there won't be any skips or something now anymore. Or like nothing out of bounds like. It's just fighting at this point. And this game is having a nice thing if you're killing these enemies too slow, they will respawn after you killed them. I don't know why they did that, but it's a thing. And here we are encountering Bokushi. It's similar to that one we had in the factory, just with the difference he's having ranged attacks.
machine life forms are converging on the area.
This is never going to end.
Alright.
Hypothesis. The Goliath-class enemy screen has summoned the local machine life forms. Proposal. Destroy the Goliath.
Never mind. I went into SD there because of +1 more XP, +1 more level. And because of... Wait, no, actually, no, wait, not because of items, just because of XP though.
Good thing I landed that direct hit. Uh-oh.
You'll die. All of you are going to die.
You okay?
I'm fine. Let's take this bastard down.
Right.
Alright, we wanna lure that core over here to that mountain so we can hit it with good damage glitches, double damage glitches. Otherwise, it would just float, and that's annoying. Don't skip.
They're still coming? What do? There's too many.
2B? 2B, can you hear me? Our village is under...
Pascal? Come in, Pascal!
Shit!
Yeah, now we have to protect Pascal's village. And there's also the place where we will encounter Core 2. He will show up as that snake we saw, or like snake-ish thing we saw in the cutscene after we killed those enemies. There he is.
Let's take these guys out first.
You saved us.
Oh, never mind.
Thank you so much.
You could dialogue cancel there, but it didn't work for me. And you basically just want to go to Eve.
It's Eve. It's gotta be.
And that's the end boss of this category then.
Pod, I need you to locate Eve's
So this
current
is the end fight now.
Location has been detected and placed on map.
We'll take care of Eve.
You just worry about keeping the village safe, okay?
Do be careful.
There he is. Now we're having one of our last cutscenes.
And here you are. I know you two feel the same. That this world is utterly meaningless. As far as I'm concerned, my brother was everything. And now,
Everything must fry!
Why did you kill my brother?
So here we're gonna... The thing with him is, when you have him on half of his HP, he wants to do platforms. So he will jump up and mess around with you, and that's annoying, and that is like, that'll cost a lot of time. Normally, yeah, in that state he's healing himself up. You could avoid that by just hitting him with slow-mo and double damage glitches. But since I don't have any damage chips, it would be unnecessary to try. I think. I haven't tried it, really. If I would like...
To me!
And that's the third phase of Eve now. The third out of 4 phases. Yeah, that's we just wanna... We wanna hit him until he's at some point of his HP. I think now I could self-destruct on him. Yeah. As I said, SD is making a lot of damage.
NFCS destroyed. Close range combat no longer operable.
I'm getting blocked. And that's the last phase. We just wanna approach him and shoot him. And Eve is a troll who just likes to move away from you. But now we got him. And this is the second last cutscene before the timer is ending. But because there's nothing really upcoming right now. This was my Nier Automata A ending run with all cutscenes. I hope y'all had fun watching. Next run was Suikoden 2, I think it was. Or Suidoken? I think it was Suikoden.
It's over.
Yeah, I hope I did explain things well or enough to understand them. But yeah, we can... The timer isn't still done though. I mean, it's... The timer would like end in the next cutscene.
I must have been corrupted when Eve detached from the network.
No.
And this section lasts for like 30 seconds.
I can always reload my backup data from the bunker.
But you'll lose you, the you that exists at this very moment.
Guess so, but we can't upload this corrupted data to the bunker. So...
And the timer ends now. GG's.
Please do me.
I had fun running. Oh wait. I had fun running for you all. Yeah, really longer fun. Thanks for having me. My Twitch name, you can see it directly under my face cam. It's Valeria_Chan with 3 A's at the end. Doing speedrun and casual playthroughs and stuff. So yeah, I'm active on Twitch, so y'all can leave a follow if you want to. I'd be ready to switch though. I'd be ready to swap to the next runner. And thanks for GG's, y'all.